Welcome to Networking Nuggets, the show where we dig deep into the art of building powerful connections. I'm your host, Janaya Hernandez. In each episode, we bring to you inspiring stories, practical tips, and expert advice from industry leaders and networking pros. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting your career, this is the place to discover how to leverage networking and mentorship to fuel your success. Get ready to unlock the secrets of effective networking, develop a meaningful relationship, and cultivate a community that empowers you. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's dive into today's episode of Networking Nuggets. Wait! And remember, in a world of networking, it's all about practical advice for powerful networks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Networking Nuggets. I'm Janaya Hernandez, and today I want to take a moment to share a little bit about my journey, my passion, and what you can expect from this podcast. But let's rewind a little bit. I started my career in a rather unexpected way by serving in the U.S. Army. Who would have thought that my military experience would lay the foundation for over 20 years in healthcare? From the battlefield to the bedside, I've seen firsthand the importance of teamwork and connection. Throughout my career, I've worn many hats: nurse, healthcare administrator, mentor, and advocate for diversity in healthcare. I'm passionate about making healthcare accessible to everyone and believe that building relationships is key to achieving that. Now, as a proud mother of four, yes, four, and a devoted wife, I know a thing or two about balancing personal and professional life. It's not always easy, but it's definitely rewarding. I'm actively involved in mentoring the next generation of healthcare leaders through various cohorts, and I can't wait to share some of those inspiring stories with you. Oh, and did I mention that I'm also an author? My books, The Power of Connection and From Connection to Growth, are all about enhancing your networking skills and creating lasting connections. I'll be sharing insights from these books and much more throughout the show. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and join me on this journey. Discovery and connection. Yes, connection. Together we'll unlock the power of networking and help you propel your career forward. Thanks for tuning in to Networking Nuggets.
So, Jan, you have given us your background details, where you have been in your journey, but let's take things a little bit further. Can you tell me when you learned the power of connection and networking and how you were able to experience, benefits from applying those different techniques and tactics?
Okay, so we use the past tense learned. I feel like I'm still learning. However, because I'm, what do they say, reaping the fruits from my labor, I feel like, things are still evolving and these gems that I'm acquiring along the journey need to be shared. So once I retired from the military, I kind of could have went in several directions. I knew I wanted to be a nurse, but I started out as a behavior analyst. And not knowing at the time, that really combined my journey. And when that part of my life was done, I got everything I needed from that. I learned patience, how to deal with children, how to deal with adults, how to deal with myself. I really took a look and was like, hey, how do I get back out there? I'm not, 18, I'm not 20. How do I, sell Janaya in a way that people will want to listen and, help me on my next step in my journey? And I went back to nursing school. And nursing school as an adult is very, very difficult. And learning how to connect with professors, connect with, a younger generation, and connect with, different opportunities is when it clicked. Like, other people should be, if I'm struggling, I know others are. And how do I start this journey of letting people know there's a method to networking, there's a method to connection? And that's really when everything came into fruition. So I would say the end of one career and the beginning of my nursing. Are you ready to build a powerful connection that elevate your career? Welcome to Networking Nuggets, the podcast dedicated to providing you with practical advice for powerful networks. Join us as we explore the art and science of networking with insights from industry leaders and experts. discover actionable tips that you can implement immediately to enhance your professional relationships. But that's not all. Dive deeper into the world of networking with my books, The Power of Connection, A Mentee's Guide to Networking Mastery, and From Connections to Growth, Advancing Your Path to Professional Excellence. These guides are packed with strategies to help you master networking and turn connections into opportunities for growth. Tune in to Networking Nuggets for your weekly dose of networking wisdom. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your skills, we've got you covered. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast platform and take the first step towards building your powerful network today.
Yeah, thank you for that. And so in your book, The Power of Connections, A Mentee's Guide to Networking Mastery, you outline about 4 different steps that one could take in goal setting. You talk about defining your networking objectives and identifying their purpose, using the SMART criteria to create specific and measurable goals, developing a networking plan with prioritized connections and milestones, and regularly reviewing and adjusting your goals as needed and celebrating your progress along the way. What are some nuggets, I guess, that your readers can take from your book, The Power of Connections? That's one question. And why do you feel that early to mid careerists need to understand the power of networking?
Very, 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 very deep question. So let's take the 4 steps, not in order, very interchangeable. Some you're going to, score 100 on right away. Others we're going to need work. Follow up is very important, and measuring your goals helps you align what's necessary to get you to the next, I want to say, hurdle, right? So early careerists, we go in blindly, and we have this mentality that we just utilize networking to capture the job, and that is not correct. And then that goes back to the first question of using those 4 steps. Networking and, utilizing the power of connection is interchangeable, and not just in your career, your everyday relationships, your everyday conversations, your everyday connections with meaningful and purposeful people, in building your team. And that can be utilized deep into your career outside of being an early careerist. I advocate at that stage in your career, because those nuggets that you get early on will carry you to your next place at your career stage. It's not about really getting the job. It's about aligning your purpose and making sure that people know that the skills that you want to exhibit and show out into the world are seen and shown. So if you don't go into this networking journey with a career, you're going to lose sight. And then that's when a lot of us, even at my level, we get stuck, right? So this book helps you not reach that stuck point in your career.
Yeah, which is definitely important to know. And so, as we are evolving your podcast, you are going to share all of the gems and knowledge around the power of connections and networking and how to leverage them for your gain. Obviously, it's going to be mutual, but what makes your podcast different from other podcasters who are talking about the same thing?
It's a variety, right? We're going to have all genders on there speaking their truth. And I think that's what gets lost sometimes when we're speaking our truth. Sometimes we speak what we think the audience wants to hear and not really be beneficial for us, right? So I've had the opportunity of getting a wealth of knowledge, going to these conferences and meeting some outstanding individuals who actually sometimes don't get the opportunity to share their, little nuggets of wisdom. And I think that's the difference with this podcast, bringing a variety to the show, hopefully bringing some meaningful and purposeful gems that you can share, not just at the early stage, but also at the senior level. And when it's targeted on the spectrum of that purpose, it's what makes listening to this podcast different than the others.
Yeah, great response. And so right now you're doing a lot of work on helping people identify their brand, identify as ways in which they can actually network and connect with other people. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I would hope still having the same mission, but having a bigger audience listening to it. There are some key takeaways that I've learned along my journey, and I wish that someone could have given me the cheat code. So I hope to be doing more, podcasts. I hope to be doing more, leveraging and communicating at college levels. I hope to be seen and getting to whisper some of this, great knowledge of wisdom to younger generation, and helping healthcare leaders succeed in their journey, because that's what's actually very, very important to me.
Thank you for tuning in to the very first episode here at the Networking Nuggets podcast, where we offer practical advice for powerful networks. If you want to be a guest on the show, please send an email to thenetworkingnuggetspod@gmail.com. Or you can follow us on social media at the_power_of_connection, or visit our website at www.powersofconnection.com. The books mentioned in this episode include The Power of Connections, A Mentee's Guide to Working Mastery, as well as From Connections to Growth, Advancing Your Path to Professional Excellence, both published by Janaya Hernandez. We'll see you in the next episode.